You are becoming someone they've never expected. I'm getting here, you may be becoming someone that you never expected, okay? But I'm getting here, it is changing everything, all right? You guys, I'm picking up on the energy that there is a powerful transformation. The winds of change are blowing in your energy, okay? I'm getting here something happening around you right now, okay? And the energy I'm getting from the cards is it suggests it's not a subtle change anymore. So, yeah, I'm getting here, you guys. People are beginning to notice is the energy that I'm getting. Your energy changing, your boundaries changing, okay? Your priorities even changing, okay? Also, too, I'm getting the energy that the version of you that they once understood is becoming harder to predict. Yeah, so I'm getting here. There is a lot of shifts going on around you, collective. You guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Intuitively Awakened, you guys. I'm getting here. This is not temporary. Okay, this growth, this is not just a phase. It's not, yeah, this is not a passing phase, is what I'm getting here, collective. But what I am getting here is a genuine becoming. It's like someone is blossoming, the seeds have been planted, and now it's like the flowers are growing, is what I'm getting here, you guys. And for many of you, the biggest surprise is that the transformation didn't happen loudly at first. I feel like it happened internally, right? And then it affected everything externally, right? So it happened quietly, though. All right. I feel like it happened through maybe some endings, some isolation, difficult realizations. All right. I'm getting someone could be experiencing some emotional exhaustion, okay? I'm getting the energy that there is maybe moments where you had to, or like you had no choice but to reevaluate your life and like, take a step back and say what is really going on here, okay? Kind of like that groundedness. But I'm getting here, you guys, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of chatter about you, collective. That's what I'm getting here about this shift, okay? Yeah, about your presence is what I'm getting here. I'm getting here something to do with some impulsive energy around you could be significant as well, or maybe somebody is saying that's your energy, but I'm not getting that at all. I do feel like this was something that was maybe slow and quiet, right? Um, I'm getting here that there are some things that you will never look back at again. Wow, heavy energy on that, okay? You're seeing things clearly, okay? Um, there could have been, someone or something. I'm hearing like a fall from grace, okay? Now, this could be something to do with work, okay? Because I'm hearing something to do with labor or toil or something like that, right? But I'm getting cutting ties potentially with something, but also too, it could be someone or I don't know, group, family, something like that. But I feel like you've seen what you can't unsee now, right? So there's been some revelations, some experiences, and it's like ties are going to be cut or they have already been, okay? I'm picking up on also too something to do with a cycle that had been draining you is now coming to an end or some type of energy. Yeah, so a lot going on here with you guys, okay? And you're becoming. Yes, this is okay, so you guys, the internal changes are starting to become very visible externally to the outside world, people around you. I'm like I said, there's chatter, right? So I'm getting here, and that changes everything. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards here and see what we get. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so the first card coming out, we do have the Death card. Okay, you guys, this is just the energy of transformation. You are shedding an old identity is what I'm getting here. This card appears when the version of your life has spiritually ended, okay? Even if parts of it still physically exist around you, you're no longer tethered to that, is what I'm getting here, okay? I'm seeing here this card is also representing um old habits no longer fitting, okay? So yeah, also too, I'm getting here relationships feeling misaligned, environments becoming emotionally draining. Remember I said that, right? And you're not allowing that to happen anymore, anything that's not aligned, right? So I'm getting here also to a feeling of disconnected from roles that you once carried naturally. You're not in the same space anymore. That's just, so somebody not in Kansas no more, okay? Somebody could be from Kansas. I don't know why I just got that, okay? But you're on a road, okay, of becoming. That's just the general energy that I'm getting here. The cards say you're not meant to return to maybe a situation or a person you were before, okay? Before this transformation. So I'm also getting here some people around you do expect the old version of you to exist, okay? You can't teach your old dog new tricks, okay? Yeah, so I'm getting here um there is like an adjustment phase here that some people may not be falling in line with, and that could be where I'm getting like that cutting ties or something like that, okay? Now, I'm getting here, that's the part where the tension comes from. If you're experiencing that collective intuitively awakened star seed. So I'm getting here because they don't yet understand that this transformation is real, because it happened. I'm getting peacefully. It was ushered in just very gentle for some of you guys, right? Yeah. So, you guys, please remember this is a general message. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Always use your discernment, okay? And your intuition. Now, how others are experiencing your energy, okay? Now, the card I'm getting here, okay, we do have the Queen of Wands, okay? I feel like people are noticing your confidence, okay? Independence, but also to a presence of, and it's like your presence is different now. So it could be like, oh, you changed, you different, or something like that. Indeed, you did. And that's the whole purpose of this Earth Realm experience, right? But I'm getting here, somebody could be trying to put a negative connotation on, your transformation. It's anything but, all right? But I'm getting here, even if you don't fully feel transformed internally yet, your energy is becoming stronger and harder to overlook, okay? Especially to those that are close to you. So I'm getting here also to some people you that may not be close to you yet. Okay, I'm getting yet. So I'm picking up on increased magnetism, right? All right. But along with that, which is the beautiful energy with this Queen of Wands, right? Because the Queen of Wands, yeah, boundaries, okay. I'm getting here, you have those lines drawn. So you're not that easily accessible, but at the same time, that magnetism is there, okay? You be driving some people a little bit wild here, all right? But I'm getting here heightened intuition as well. So you're able to read the room a lot better than you once were. That's what I'm getting here. Um, and growing unwillingness to shrink yourself for comfort or approval. So that's officially left the building, all right? So Spidey senses is on 1,000 is what I'm getting here, collective. And also too, it's just that magnetism. So I do feel like some people admire this razzle dazzle, okay, that you're coming in with, right? This transformation is bringing all types of sparkle and glitter. I feel like your light, yes, shining. But some do feel unsettled by it, of course. That comes with the territory. Why? Because when someone begins stepping in, when they step into their own authentic energy, it unintentionally forces others to confront where they have remained stagnant, right? So there could have been, something whatever situation it's in. You know, it could have been a connection, it could have been family, it could have been work, whatever it is. Now that you're shifting and you're changing, it's forcing, I feel like, others to look at themselves. And some people are just not ready to do that. Okay. They were comfortable where you were at because that kept them comfortable where they were at. But guess what? You are becoming. Okay. So, and this is something they never expected. And again, this may be something you didn't even realize was happening within yourself. Okay. But I'm getting here, it is changing everything, your landscape, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, flowers growing stronger and beautiful, the landscape, okay? I just hear landscaper. Somebody could be planting flowers or getting like their yard done, cutting grass, something like that. I don't know, something to do with landscape is coming up here, okay? Getting out into nature. All right. So, you guys, that could be the case as well, right? But I'm getting here, it's kind of like you are becoming difficult to control to some people that maybe felt as though they had you under some type of control. Okay. That's somebody's perception, maybe. Because with this Queen of Wands energy here, that, okay. Whoever thought that, okay? But I'm getting here, you can't be controlled, you can't, you're unpredictable now, right? So maybe they thought, you know, because they could predict, you know, your next move or something like that, that was some sort of control or define your old ways, something like that, right? That's all in the past is what I'm getting. And again, you guys may not be realizing that, right? But I'm getting here, that does change relationships, dynamics with people, right? Yes. So there could be some awkwardness and some connections, right? You know, to whereas you're no longer vibing the way that you once were. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so you guys, the hidden shift that's happening beneath your surface, okay? What I'm getting here, okay? Next card. High Priestess. Wow, Queen of Wands. Very powerful, very attractive. And then also knowing. There it is. So the transformation, a spiritual, it's spiritual and it's emotional, okay? So your intuition is sharpening. We're picking up on that, okay? I'm getting here, your awareness is deepening, your discernment, okay? And you are beginning to recognize things you once ignored, all right? So a lot going on here for the collective. I'm getting here, you can see hidden motives that you didn't see before. I'm getting here emotional patterns, misaligned connections. You're recognizing things for what they were. Remember I said, you know, not being able to forget what you seen or something like that in someone. To whereas you could just like put it behind you, but it's like, no, you're honing in on those details is what I'm getting now, right? And I'm getting here emotionally withdrawn at times because it can be a lot once that intuitive nature kicks in with this High Priestess, right? And I feel like it was a subtle shift, but I'm getting here once that kicks in, now that you're able to see things that you weren't able to before, that definitely, especially if you have that empathic nature, you really have to sit and like sit in your own energy and like really process that, right? Some things could have been disturbing that you've seen in people that you didn't see before, okay? And so you really have to process that. So that's where I'm getting here, just like drawn to like maybe spending time alone or something like that. Now that could actually, you know, have people like looking like what's going on with the collective, intuitively awakened starseed, right? But that is, I'm getting here, you becoming, this is all part of it, right? I'm getting here also to increasingly protective of your inner world. Yeah, definitely. Not everybody, you know, gets to get in there. That's what I'm getting here, okay? So that I'm getting it, that's sacred now. If it wasn't before, it is now. Okay. Now, High Priestess does say that your soul is guiding this transformation more than logic is. So this is definitely on a spiritual level. Um, you are becoming someone who trusts their inner knowing and their deep, I'm getting here, knowledge, right? So you're tapping in. That's that high priestess energy showing up, okay? So, you guys, I'm getting here what's changing in your life because of this, okay? Let's take a look here. What is changing here because of this? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we like that. Yes. Let's see. Where is this? The energy that I'm getting with that is it's suggesting that your life path is beginning to shift in visible ways, but this is new opportunity showing up, okay? New connections for new opportunities, business opportunities, things like that. Changing environments, could be changing jobs, could be, going back to school, okay? Someone could be graduating, congratulations, and you're moving on. I'm getting here, commencing on to another level, higher learning. That could be spiritually as well as here in this physical realm, okay? And I'm getting here altered priorities. So, you guys, once you put a lot of focus in and you put it the forefront, is no longer there. That's for a lot of you guys, collective. And I'm getting here destiny driven redirections, right? Because that is you being on your path. So things that once felt stuck or may suddenly start moving, that is all a part of this process. I'm getting here situations that drained you, that keeps coming up. I feel like some of you guys were caught in like some type of environment that was definitely pulling on your energy. That's why I'm getting that having to release, sever, okay? Never looking back. That's what I got. Woo. Okay, so you guys, I'm getting here situations that like that are naturally falling away. All right. So this card represents, I'm getting the energy of major turning points, right? It's the Wheel of Fortune. Again, this could even be career shifts, relocations. You could be moving, you could be buying a home, you could be getting, starting to maybe reach out to maybe real estate agents and things like that, making shifts, or you need to start doing that, right? Putting the wheels in motions for your manifestations is what I'm getting here. Also to relationship changes, right? So a shift in that romantic or professional, family, okay? But I'm getting here periods of where life accelerates quickly. You are like in that zone. You are. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. So, yes. Also, too, the universe is repositioning things around you. The version of you that is emerging now, not the version you used to be at all. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm getting here what others never expected. Let's take a look here. What is it that they never expected that's showing out here? Okay. For the collective, we got the Emperor showing up here. Hey. All right. So, right here with the High Priestess. Okay, so they didn't expect you to become this grounded, self-directed. All right, could have been all over the place before, right? Because of circumstances, environments, things like that. That plays a part in it, right? Things are becoming settled, and I'm getting here um, emotionally strong. Okay, so not very much reactive to things. Definitely focused is what I'm getting here. Okay. Um, this card also represents your resiliency, also to your ability to rebuild. There could have been a tower, right? That's representative of, you know, transformation, rebuilding. Okay. So I'm getting here your independence is shining here as well. Also, to your willingness to walk away from what no longer is aligned with you. Leadership energy has showed up in the chat for the collective intuitively awakened starseed. So not a performative power, real internal authority, okay, and agency. So you are becoming someone who I'm getting makes decisions differently from a different place, from a different perspective or multiple perspectives now. Okay. You tolerate less. Okay. Yeah. And I'm getting here, you value peace more. Yes. So on the other side of the noise, I'm getting here and you no longer abandon yourself to maintain any type of connection, right? Which you never should have. But, that is, I feel like, when you, I'm getting like that empath energy, and, it's like there could have been some codependency there for some of you guys. I'm getting you're coming out of that energy, okay? With love, you guys. I'm saying that. Um, and not everyone benefits from this version of you that you are becoming. So, emotional challenges for this transformation, let's take a look, because you're changing. People around you, is you're the main like shift here in the room, is what I'm getting here. Okay, so wow. So we do have the 5 of Cups. This is the challenge of the transformation, right? This growth can feel lonely. Part of this transformation involves grieving. Yeah, I'm getting that. Yeah, so old relationships, old expectations, old identities, okay? And the life you thought would unfold differently. So you may find yourself in a whole different space than where you thought you were going to be, but it's going to be better, okay? Because you're becoming. All right, so that's the bright side of it, but there's that moment of transition, okay? So I feel like a lot of you guys are in that collective, intuitively awakened starseed. So I'm getting here. There are moments that, and this is completely normal when these types of transformations happen, right? But I feel like there are moments where you may question whether the transformation is even worth it. That's when you're closest to the breakthrough. Keep that in mind, okay? Yeah. So I'm getting here, and also to the emotional distance that it creates. So everyone's on their own journey. Some will find their way back to you, your tribe, right? Yes. That, you had to detach from, or whatever the case may be. But I'm getting here, the cards are clear. You're not losing your path. You are, though, in fact, releasing what can no longer follow you into the next chapter. Okay. So what this transformation is leading towards for you guys, I'm getting here, let's see, what is this leaning towards? We do have the 10 of Cups showing up here. Baby, it's not gonna get better than that. I mean, it could, all right, but I'm getting here, this is really great. All right, so long-term stability, alignment, belonging, remember, soul family, finding, yes, your true, I'm getting here, community. Yes. A more authentic life foundation. This is what's being ushered in for you, collective, okay? So this card is saying your future becomes more sustainable once you stop building your life around survival and begin building it around truth, okay? You guys, for many of you, this transformation eventually leads to healthier relationships. Yes. So this is necessary. Also to emotional security, financial improvement, deeper purpose, you guys. And also to, I'm getting here, a stronger sense of self-worth, right? So you are moving towards the life that reflects exactly who you actually are, not who others expected you to remain, right? So a lot of this behavior was keeping somebody else comfortable, right? So you guys, final energy. Let's take a look here. Okay, so what we have here, we do have Judgment showing up. All right, doesn't even surprise me. This card is the reckoning and the rebirth energy, right? The awakening. Judgment appears when your soul is no longer willing to live inside an outdated version of yourself. So this card is saying your transformation is becoming irreversible. So remember I said not looking back, right? Something like that. Okay. So people are beginning to see you differently, and the life calling you forward is becoming impossible to ignore. That's what's happening here. All right. This is a powerful sense of emergence here, collective. I'm so happy for someone. So I get you guys, you could be like, why is this happening? You could be feeling like, it's like maybe being alone or something like that. You are right there. This is the pinnacle. This is the turning point. You're at the threshold, right? Of your new beginning. So your transformation, again, is becoming, this is not something that's going to go back. Okay. I'm getting here, you're no longer shrinking yourself to maintain in any old dynamics. You are no longer emotionally surviving inside spaces that cannot hold your growth, who you are becoming, right? So I'm getting here, and while some people, right, may struggle to understand, right, who you are or who you are becoming, others will recognize your transformation, and they'll recognize it immediately, and they'll celebrate it. They'll gravitate towards it, right? So because this version of you does carry truth, it's like that draws in the right people, right? So this reading I'm getting here, the message here is for someone. You are not returning to the old chapter. You are rising into a completely different one, right? And it doesn't come without its challenges, okay? And whether people expected it or not, everything is changing because of it. So I'm getting here, things may feel uncertain now. I'm getting here, old structures are collapsing. This is all for a reason, divine reason, right? So people no longer understand you the way that they once did. It's okay. Trust that the transformation is definitely happening for a reason, collective, intuitively awakened starseed. So because I'm getting here, this is happening. This is a real match with your reality, your future, okay? The shift is already underway. And the version of you emerging, collective, okay, as difficult as this cycle may be for some of you guys, I'm getting here, this is the chapter, okay? It's like you're ending a chapter and you're entering another one that you are far more aligned with, okay? That you are going to grow. Things are going to be beautiful. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That card stays showing up, you guys. Star card. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave this message here. Hopefully this helps someone, and I will see you guys for your next message. Until next time, guys, take care. Love ya. Bye.